crafty friends, welcome to Little Box of Horrors Shaped Edition, and I am the host of this little hop. Now, I am so excited to have Leslie Pico with Mermaid Cove Studio, Tiffany McGill with Tiffany Crafting Like a Boss McGill, Deborah Adams with Curating Memories, Denise Abate Smith of Treasures of a Crafty Mind, and Kim Hurd with Trace Jolie's Kit Club. Now, Kim is new to our hop, so I definitely hope you all show her some love. Now, for me, I will be doing a giveaway on my channel. I don't know about all the other ladies, but I am going to be doing a giveaway, and I don't know. Let's see what day it is. Let's do it on the 31st. So let me write this down. So I'm going to post the winner. It's either going to be a video or more than likely, I'm going to have it on my community channel. Okay. So I'm going to put that. So it's right here. You just got to click on the little things to hit community. You guys know what to do. Anyway, okay. So let me go and tell you a little bit about what I was having them do. So I wanted to challenge everyone to create a fun and unique packaging idea for candies and goodies. And so everyone is supposed to create something that's shaped and something that screams Halloween. Okay, so let's go into sharing what I made, and I think you're going to love it. So I believe that this file is from Simply Crafty SVGs, and I will have that link down below in the description box as well, so that if you want to go ahead and make this, you can. Now, I did do a quick video tutorial. Well, it's not that fast. It's about 20 minutes. It's going to be right after this video. Okay, I will post it on the next video, so you can just move on to the next person, because I felt like the video would be so long and it would just take up too much time. So, or you know what, I'll just go ahead and add it to the end of this one. That way you don't have to go finding another video. So anyway, but you might want to come back and watch that one if you go ahead and purchase this file. I believe it was under $2 on sale. So maybe like $1.53 or something. I mean, it was crazy inexpensive, and I was like, heck yeah. And so anyway, I wanted to go ahead and make my candy corn spooky colors. So I did black, gray, and white. And then I used some of the papers from the spooky collection that I had left over to go ahead and put on this little extra edging to cover up some of these. Like, see that? I didn't really like that. And then I used some of the stickers from the collection that I had left over as well. Like, isn't this the cutest little vampire? I just love him. And it's got little cobwebs. I don't know if you can see that. Little cobwebs on the edge of his casket. I hate saying the word casket, but it is what it is, right? And then it says ghoul friends. And then we have a little pumpkin. It says it's witching hour. And then it says candy time. And so anyway, I think this could hold a bunch of stuff in here, and like cookies. It could just be a bunch of candy. I'm going to make a couple of them for my neighbors. I really have 2 neighbors that I pretty much talk to often. The other ones, not so much. So I think I'll just go ahead and make one for each of them. And I don't know if I'm going to do homemade cookies or if I'm just going to buy some candy and, let them have at it. Or maybe I'll throw in some wonderful smellies. I just went to Bath and Body Works and bought a bunch of stuff. And I think, I know Beth, my next door neighbor to the right of me, she absolutely loves Bath and Body Works. In fact, she's given it to me for Christmas as well. So anyway, guys, I hope that you check out our other talented crafters. Next up is Leslie Pico with Mermaid Studio. Again, I'll have all those links in the description box below for you. Okay, I hope you all have a wonderful and fabulous rest of your weekend. I mean, we're on Sunday now. I mean, it's done. But anyway, guys, have a blast. And again, I will be picking that winner October 31st. And in order to be a winner, you have to be a visible subscriber. You have to comment on this video. And then you have to be a Oh, you have to like it. So that's it. I mean, it's not that hard. So anyway, I hope to see you all soon with another project. Okay, bye-bye. And again, if you're watching the video for the tutorial, just stay tuned. Hello, crafty friends. So I'm glad you stayed for the tutorial. Again, I did get this SVG off of Simply Crafty SVGs, I believe it was. I'll have the link down below. But so there's a few things I wanted to mention first before we start putting it together. I wanted to give my candy corn a little spookier look, so I used black, gray, and white. So since I don't know which color is the bottom of the box, or which one is the top, you know, according to the Cricut thing, you know, I don't know. So I went ahead and cut one set out in gray, one set in black, and I'm assuming that maybe the gray is the bottom of the box, or the top of the box. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. And then I went ahead and I cut out this one time. Okay, and I also went ahead and cut this one out 3 times, although maybe there are written tutorial. I don't know. I didn't look at that, but I went ahead and cut this out 3 times because I didn't know which one I was going to use for the top, but I think I'm going to use black. But I also needed the layering colors, right? So it would be, I'm going to do black on the bottom, and then I'm going to do gray, right? And then I'm going to do white. So I wanted to make sure that I did that. So let's see here. Right? So I want to make sure, oh, hold on. My Cricut kind of like mutilated this a little bit. So I'm going to just trim that off a little bit. That's okay because I'm doing white. So it'll hide behind, oh, you know what? I'll just use a gray one. Shoot. I don't know what I'm thinking. Sometimes my machine acts crazy. Okay. And it's probably because I need a new mat. And I always put on new mats all the time, but I was being lazy and I wanted to get this done. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I think what I'll do is go ahead and put my colors on here. I mean, you could basically, yeah, here. We'll go ahead and attach these first, right? Because that just makes sense. I mean, let's hope. So I think I'm going to do this one for my top piece. Make sure it lines up, and it does. Alrighty. Hopefully my glue is going to behave today because the other day it was just leaking everywhere. And this is a new bottle. I don't understand. So I'm going to just try to do my best here. Need to buy some of those special tips, I guess. I don't know. And I'm going to use glue because I want to be able to push it into place. Okay, sorry, I'm on a screen here. Okay. So let me just go ahead and push that a little bit over. Okay, and if it's too bad, then you can just ink it, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and add in our black. Again, I'm making sure that I have the right side in case the sides are not even. Then we're going to do our gray. And then white is white. Let me go ahead and... Now you can make this a shaker. I am not because I'm going to add a little face onto mine, which you've already seen. So Okay, so hopefully this will dry up right. Otherwise I'll have to cover that up. Okay, so these, I can pretty much discard these since I'm not doing a shaker. If you were doing a shaker, you'd want to cut this out, you know, 7 to 8 times. If that were the case with one color, you don't have to do multicolor. I mean, you do need to do multicolor to build this, right? So anyway, but you know what I mean. So like your shaker layers, right? Which I would probably do like orange or yellow or maybe just white. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have here. So I think this is the inside piece, the one that has this little indentation here. So I'm going to leave that to the side. And I wish I had used the scoring tool for this. So if you guys are getting this, go make sure you open up your file and in Cricut and then switch it out for cut to score. Okay, I do prefer that more. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm going to go ahead and lean this up against here, right on that little edge that is imprinted in there. I don't know, you're not going to be able to see it on this one, but I'll try to show it to you on the gray one, right? And then once that's done, okay, you flipped out on me. Okay. Right, and then we're going to do the next one. I think it's interesting that these do not look the same thickness, but okay. I'll just go with it. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm just pushing it down. And another thing you guys are going to need to do is grab your bone folder and round it out. So I'm going to do that right now with these two, right? And let me open this back up a little bit, okay? You're going to take it and be gentle. You don't want to rip off any of those little tongues, is what I call them, okay? To kind of get it going in that rounded shape. Otherwise, it is difficult to get it to do it later, okay? Then we'll go ahead and just curl this now. Actually, I'm going to do it the other way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and okay, so whichever one is facing down, that's the one you're going to go ahead and put your tape on. Now, I am going to use glue, and again, I said I use the glue just to be able to move it into place, right? But we need to get the tape on to, you know, help it out, right? I don't know how else to describe it, but it's just easier for me to do both. Because it'll do that immediate catch. Okay. And then also you're going to burnish it in real quick first. And then we're going to go ahead and cut along those just right in between there, right? That way, well, actually, it might be easier to wait. Hold on. Let me go ahead and just do all of these real quick. Okay. And then I'll do this one. Burnish that in and trim off the excess. Okay, now if I'm right, I should do this on the inside. And I'm just going to do a smidge, okay? Because I'm still going to use glue. And hopefully I'm doing this right. Because I really don't know whether one's on the inside, one's on the outside, but that's okay. Okay. Let me trim off my excess. All right, got them. Okay. Okay, and then I'm trying to think. You could possibly, guys, I'm not sure. Maybe I could do it like this. I don't know. Or is it easier just to do it this way? You know what? If that's the case, then I need to do it backwards. Hold up. I'm going to try something, guys. I have no idea if this is going to work, okay? Instead of doing it on the top, I'm going to do it underneath. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. And then I want to make sure that I cut in between these real quick so that they're still movable. So we're going to find out if this works. My idea of this is that I want to hide these little things, right? And so if it's underneath, that may help. Okay. I feel like I need to wipe some of this off. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna, a little too icky. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start somewhere. And I think I'm going to maybe start on the bottom here. Okay. And then I'm just going to move along the curves and press down. Guys, I honestly think I'm onto something. This seems a lot easier to me than usual. Okay, I'm going to wipe off my glue here and get rid of that excess glue right there. Okay. Another thing to me is this one. Let me lift this up a little bit and get it to curve a little better. There we go. That's the good thing about glue, guys. I'm going to do the same thing on this one too. It'll let me. Still have time. There. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and do that again. Peel this back. And so I probably did put this tape on the wrong side for this, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that right now. Okay. Oh, maybe I did do it. Okay, we're about to find out, guys. We're about to find out. Okay, so I'm just going to right, and then guys, honestly, I think I'm onto something. I just hope that this translates later. I don't know. I just don't know, guys. Oh, please let it work. This is the only part that I messed up a little bit here, but I'm going to try to push that into shape. That's a great thing about paper. Okay. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here and let that dry where I have that little edge. I'm going to do it on the inside and hopefully it will stay in place. Okay. Guys, we're on a roll. Okay, and then we have this one again. And let's hope I didn't screw that up, but we'll find out. I think I'm okay. I mean, usually you wouldn't have to worry about these in the middle, but again, you don't know where it's going to bend at, right? So just depending. I mean, it seems like we have a long little space where it doesn't, but I always just want to make sure. Okay, let me move that out of the way. And then I'm going to make sure I round that edge again. I'm going to add a little bit of glue this time since I forgot to last time. Okay. And then I'm going to connect it. And then, like I said, it's easier for me to put it down. I hope that helps y'all. Yeah, guys, I really feel like doing this on the outside of it is a lot easier in my opinion. I'm going to go ahead and burnish this right here and right there. Okay. Wipe up that excess glue. And again, I'm going to add just a smidge. Okay, and press it down. Oh my gosh, this looks cute. Now I don't, like again, I don't know if this is the top or the bottom or what. I have no idea. But we're just going to go with it, okay? And I'm going to still let that other piece dry, right? And then I'm assuming this goes, uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Let me press it down all the way in. There we go. I'm assuming this goes on the bottom. Yep. Okay. I'm going a little crazy with the glue, but it is very humid in Florida. Well, especially since I live so close to the ocean. You watch my videos, you've heard me talk about that before. I have friends, you know, on here that, like Denise, she lives in California, and I bet she gets a lot of humidity there too. Okay. I'm just going to rub it on the inside. Okay, now again, I don't know whether this is the bottom of the box or what. Let's see if this... Guys, I don't trust it. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and make the other piece. And it's the same exact thing. We're going to do the same exact thing. So I'm going to do this one off screen, and then I'll come back and we'll start, you know, putting the rest of it together and decorating it. Okay, guys, so it ended up that the black one was on top, but you know, you never know until you're done doing it. But I'm kind of excited. That's how I really wanted it. So I'm going to go ahead and, oops, add this on here. And we add a little more right there. Okay. I'll just slide that on top. Just kind of push it into place. And then I'm going to burnish it in a little. And I haven't just, I think I might go around the edges if I can find some paper. I have no idea if 12 inches will be enough. That's one of the problems. Let me see what the width of this is. It is 1 inch exactly, so that's nice. Let's see if I got some extra paper that I don't plan on using. All right, hold on, guys. Okay, so I went ahead and I found some extra paper that I had left over from another project. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and ink around the edges because I don't like that white edge showing. So I'm going to do that real quick. I just don't like the these like little edges here. I don't know what that is. I just don't like it. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that up. No biggie. Okay. And I think I'm going to use some tape. Because I do want it to like catch on real quick. Okay, where's my edge here? There it is. Somewhere in the middle will work. Okay. Good night. Okay. Usually do much better. All right, let's try this one. Doesn't want to do it today. Okay. Wow, that tape's being extra pain in the butt. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to pull some of it back and work my way around this. Kind of like so I'm not overwhelmed with glue. Okay. So I'm going to start over here. I'll just keep working my way around. And also it gives me the chance to get it in the center of the box if I just do a little bit at a time. Okay. Now I'm not going to do the inside of the box here because I mean the outside of the bottom, and the reason is because it may affect it joining together. I hope that makes sense, guys. Because if there's too much fatness or thickness here, it's just not going to do it. Okay, so right now I'm just going to kind of measure this. And this looks about right there is good. Okay. And we'll add a little more tape. I'm going to cut off that yucky end that I boo-booed on. And there we go. Now it worked. Okay. Burnish that in. And ink my edges. Oops, come on now. If the tape keeps pulling up the, this backing lifts up your tape, go ahead and burnish it again. That's the best way to do it. Okay, and I'm just going to line it right up with the other one. Here we go. And then just burnish it in. There we go. All right, now we got our finished edge. Now it's time to decorate. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some stuff. Hello guys. Okay, so I'm back. I decided not to do a little spooky face. I had a bunch of stickers left over from the spooky collection, and I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and smash it and be done with it, and then the rest of the stickers I'll use in my other album that I have. But anyway, I think it turned out so stinking cute. It's gonna hold lots of little candies, right, or maybe a few cookies. But anyway, I really love how it turned out. And anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful and fabulous day. Don't forget to check out all the other designers right after me. I'll have the links down below in the description box, even though this is a repeat because I mentioned it earlier. But anyway, in case you stayed on this long, thank you so much. And I'm also going to have the link for this SVG file. I think it was like under $2, guys. It was a really great deal. I actually bought 2 files from Simply Crafty SVGs is what I believe it's called. But anyway, I will have all those links down below. I hope you all have a wonderful and fabulous day. And don't forget to comment on this video in order to get a chance to win a prize, okay? And it's probably going to be a Amazon gift card or a item from Amazon, probably crafty. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful and fabulous day. Bye-bye, y'all.